Cyberpunk 2077 is the latest game from famed developer and publisher CD Projekt Red, who recently gave us a deep, extended look at the game earlier this week. If you haven't seen it yet, the gameplay demo broadcasted on CD Projekt Red's Twitch channel was the same demo shown to members of the media behind closed doors at E3 and Gamescom. Needless to say, the gameplay demo lived up to the hype, but with CD Projekt Red known for taking a long time to develop their games, it may be a while before we get our hands on Cyberpunk 2077. Luckily, there are plenty of games that are similar to it in style, gameplay, and setting that are already out there waiting to be played. These are the top 5 games you should play while waiting for Cyberpunk 2077. Number 1. The Witcher 3. Now, it would be foolish not to suggest an entry in CD Projekt Red's incredibly popular Witcher series. While any 3 of the games are easy to recommend, The Witcher 3 is the best entry in the series and showcases the Polish developer's dedication to world building, open world questing, and great writing. It may not be set in a dystopian, high-tech future, but playing through The Witcher 3 will give you an idea of the sense of scale you can expect for CD Projekt Red's next RPG. Number 2. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Now, if you're looking for a newer game that fits the cyberpunk setting more, Deus Ex: Mankind Divided is a perfect starting point. Set in a world where humanity can augment their physical appearance and give themselves extraordinary abilities, Deus Ex explores the conflict that arises between those that choose to augment and those who don't. Furthermore, Mankind Divided is an excellent immersive sim, meaning that it's a game that uses a series of realistic systems to create a lifelike experience with multiple ways to tackle any particular objective. With CD Projekt Red looking to make Cyberpunk 2077 an immersive sim with quests that have many different outcomes and solutions, games like Deus Ex: Mankind Divided are perfect for getting a feel for how they work. Number 3. Shadowrun Returns. In keeping with the cyberpunk setting, Shadowrun Returns takes the futuristic and dystopian elements that makes it so popular and mixes it with elements of fantasy like magic. Mixing races like orcs and elves with a future where cybernetic enhancements are prevalent, Shadowrun Returns is the best of both worlds in an old-school isometric RPG. You'll have plenty of options in creating and customizing your character, and just like Deus Ex and Cyberpunk 2077, you'll have a variety of lethal and non-lethal ways to complete your missions. Number 4. The Red Strings Club. Perhaps you're looking for something a little bit more narrative-driven. The Red Strings Club is the perfect game for you then. Also set in a cyberpunk world, you'll play as a bartender who investigates a corporate conspiracy that would result in the mind control of millions. It's more of a point-and-click style adventure game, but there's a few different gameplay mechanics like drink mixing that really help immerse you into its dark and gritty world. With a compelling story, likable characters, and a vibrant and beautiful art style, the Red Strings Club is yet another great use of the cyberpunk setting. Number 5. Cyberpunk 2020. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the very game that inspired Cyberpunk 2077, the lesser-known tabletop RPG Cyberpunk 2020. Written by Mike Pondsmith, Cyberpunk 2020 takes everything you know and love about the setting, cybernetic enhancements, greedy global corporations, and futuristic drugs that alter your abilities, and packs it all into a pen-and-paper RPG a la Dungeons & Dragons. CD Projekt Red are drawing heavily from the original game, as evidenced by the use of the same setting to the use of the cool statistic. If you're looking for something outside of traditional video games to tide you over until Cyberpunk 2077, there's no better place to start than Cyberpunk 2020. What do you plan on playing until Cyberpunk 2077 releases? When do you think it'll finally release? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/redtoothgames, follow us on Twitter at redtoothgames, and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also find us on the web at redtoothgames.com. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your continued support.